There's something important that I really need to tell you. Something I've been holding back all this time. Something that most people probably don't even know. The man you see before you right now on camera is not the man you thought he was. The person talking is perhaps way more than what you believed, because of course, one thing, the biggest secret I've been keeping on this channel the entire time, the biggest thing that I've been holding back is that I, of course, this entire time have actually been Elon Musk. Now, that sounds crazy, right? But I've actually been wearing an Elon Musk costume every single day and going out and making Tesla and Starlink and everything. Now it all makes sense, right? There we go. The answer is finally revealed. Elon Musk does not actually exist. He is just simply a person I created by wearing a suit of Elon Musk and going out on camera every day. Now you may ask, how have I been able to tweet simultaneously while also doing the show? Well, it's very simple. I have a clone of myself that acts as Elon Musk, if that makes sense, which of course it does. It's logic, it's common sense. So this entire time, what you guys didn't know has just been really burning at me. I just had to reveal it, that I am in fact Elon Musk. How do I change my voice? Well, it's simple. It's a voice changer app that I just keep in my pocket the whole time. So whenever I go to interviews as Elon Musk, I just boop, change my voice real quick. Boom, easy. And you guys may be wondering, then why haven't I accepted Dogecoin at Tesla yet? Well, I've just been waiting for the right time. I figured if I accepted it, then it would give away the whole thing that I was actually Elon Musk, and I wanted to keep that secret just a little bit longer, because obviously, you know, relationships and everything can get complicated. It's really hard to be both dating Diana and also then dating Grimes in the Elon Musk suit. It's very difficult, and I would like to apologize, Diana, for doing that, but you know, it's just part of the territory, is part of the job, so it is what it is. All right, enough of that. I'm just kidding. No, I'm not really Elon Musk. Now on to the actual news here. The real Elon Musk, not Matt Wallace in a bodysuit. The real Elon Musk has another big announcement for Dogecoin. How do you go from that to actually talking about the news? I don't even know. But make sure to press the like button, subscribe with the notifications on as you are coming in to the live. Let me go ahead and pause the music there. That was fun. We imagine some new person to the channel actually believed that for a sec. If you believe that, then I very much would like to have your imagination, because that's awesome. But basically, here's the big announcement coming in from Elon Musk. Elon Musk, in response to this tweet from Shiba, he said, things that add utility to Dogecoin, businesses accepting Doge, the more of it can be used as a currency, the better. Using Doge as a tipping currency, the most pure use case that brings happiness, Dogecoin/Ethereum bridge, allows Doge to be used with Web3. Then Elon Musk says, first one definitely, second one's nice to have, and third one isn't needed in his opinion. So he's already critiquing a few of the things that Shiba said. First of all, with the first one, I mean, obviously that's the biggest news right there of the day, that Elon Musk is now suggesting companies need to start accepting Dogecoin. This is something he's already been pushing lately, but this is the first time he has directly said companies start accepting Dogecoin. He's used 100 signs in the past to acknowledge that he wanted it, but this time actively pushing for it. First one definitely encouraging companies to accept it. What does that mean? Well, Elon Musk has a multiple of the biggest companies in the world, including Tesla, still not accepted Dogecoin yet. We were hoping for 4-20, didn't happen, it's okay, but obviously at this point, if you do not think Dogecoin is going to be accepted by Tesla, Starlink, Neuralink, every single link that Elon Musk owns, boring company, if you don't think every single company he has will at some point in the future start accepting Dogecoin, then I believe you are misguided, because this right here suggests that all of them will, and any companies he starts in the future too, because I don't think he's even done yet. He's probably just getting started when it comes to companies. Second is nice to have, and third isn't needed. So for the second one, using Doge as a tipping currency, yes, very nice to have, the most pure use case that brings happiness. Obviously, that would be great for influencers who do not have the blessing of YouTube, where we can actually make money through monetization on ads. That's a lucky position I'm in as a Dogecoin YouTuber. But if you do not have YouTube, if you have other platforms, it would be cool if you can get tips in Dogecoin. That would be a nice way to make income. It would encourage people to support Dogecoin and to be on the Dogecoin train. So obviously we want to see that happening. That is a very strong and good thing for Doge right there alone. Then Dogecoin/Ethereum bridge, Elon Musk saying he does not think that's needed. And believe it or not, he may actually be right about that. Now, of course, I don't necessarily see any problems with it. There are some cool use case advantages of it, but it's not needed for Dogecoin to become the currency of Earth. It's just a nice additional cool thing. There's also another project that's being worked on, which I cannot reveal too much about yet, which could help to bridge the gap there as well without even necessarily needing an ETH bridge at the moment. So that's exciting to think about. Then he responds, yeah, personally, I see Web3 as a developer playground, which is why I support it. Though I also think it's not named properly, as I don't think it'll take over the web. I think it's more just like log on to some things with your crypto wallet plus trade virtual goods. But I do like the idea of purchasing virtual items with Dogecoin more seamlessly and being able to build EVM projects with Dogecoin in mind. Then we move on to this one. Social media is a misery machine, says SHIB. Come on, SHIB. Brighten up. What the heck's going on? Even Elon Musk coming in and kind of calling out the bright side of life over negativity. We don't need to be negative. We can have fun. We can talk nice. We can say good things. Negativity is not required. Always look on the bright side of life. Elon Musk saying that to Satoshi Nakamoto right there. So that obviously was interesting. An interesting exchange between Billy Marcus and Elon Musk. Then also, beyond some of that news and what we're excited about in terms of Elon Musk helping Dogecoin, we also have a few more things to talk about. And that is, of course, this. Dogecoin right now, on the week chart especially, is portraying a very bullish pattern. As you can see, it is forming what could lead to a more than 80% breakout here for Dogecoin. My prediction is it will be somewhere between 85 and 90%. We have also FX Street, who is predicting that it is going to be a breakout of approximately 70%. I think they're slightly underestimating what it's going to do. That's a great source for hearing Dogecoin news sometimes, not always, sometimes they get a little bit wrong, but in this case, they are absolutely correct about this. You can see it is forming in one of the most clear and obvious ways possible, where we can expect once Dogecoin starts to hit this resistance level here, at the very latest, once it starts to get to around 9 cents or so in that resistance level, it is going to be inevitable that a spike happens. But if we do see it breaking out sooner, we could potentially see it bouncing off kind of this 13 cent or so area and heading up in a nice upwards pattern, going all the way up to around 27 to 30 cents is my prediction. They predicted going a little bit less than that to around 23. So that's their prediction. Mine's a little bit higher than that. And basically, here are the two paths it can take. FX Street coming in good with the graphics here, but you can see, so the two paths it can take, basically, if it breaks out already from the triangle, it'll go right there. But if it continues going down, we may see another downward trend, then an upward trend before it eventually gets squeezed so tightly that it has to explode. And when it does that, it of course is going to most likely be in the upward direction. So that's why we're seeing this. If it does happen to the point where it gets down to around 9 to 10 cents, then it's going to be a much quicker jolt upwards. If it does not hit that level, which is what I predict to happen, then we're going to see a more steady gain that will lead to around that same area, 27 to 30 cents, once again, my prediction. So that'll be exciting to watch, and hopefully we'll see it happening very soon here. Within the next 2 weeks, says Alex Johnson. I certainly hope so. When is Dogecoin going to make us a trillionaire, says Travis. In good time. You must be patient, my friend. Patience is key. This will be amazing for our bag, says Alex Johnson. I happen to agree with you there. As of course, Elon Musk agrees as well. Matt Wallace and Elon Musk form, fully agreeing. Who wouldn't enjoy a nice sized Dogecoin spike there? We're also seeing some more good news for crypto altogether. Twitter to pay creators in cryptocurrency. Here's how it works. Basically, Stripe highlighted that Twitter will use its feature to pay out earnings from ticketed spaces and super followers. The initial state, this option will be offered to a small group of Twitter US creators. Hopefully that will be us included in that. We can have some fun with this. Obviously, that'll be great if it can happen, but there's really no guarantees. There's no way to know for sure what's going to happen. Through Stripe, companies like Twitter can offer creators the choice to receive payments in crypto. Pretty dang cool. This is the first time we're actually seeing Twitter taking a big step into integrating cryptocurrency into their platform. Now, will it just be Bitcoin? If it is, come on, Twitter. What the heck are you doing? We need Dogecoin option as well, especially for tipping. If they can't even do that, then they have, of course, failed as a platform. Elon Musk, go ahead and buy them and get that fixed real quick. Please, Elon, just do it. We need your help. We're hoping for the quick run, says Alex Johnson. OMG, I hope so at 0.09. I need more. Sebastian wants to see it falling to that level so he can scoop up some more Dogecoin. Obviously, that's awesome that you want to be buying more. Do you want to wait until 9 cents? That certainly could be the strategy there. If you already, basically, here's kind of how most people are looking at this if you've had experience in the cryptocurrency market, which a lot of us have at this point. looking at it as accumulate slowly over time. Now, whenever you see quick opportunities at good prices, you can go a little bit faster, but the goal, slowly start to build up dollar cost average in over time. That way you will capitalize more over the long run rather than having to risk missing out or having to risk putting too much in too fast and having the downside. So either way, there's a risk. You do not want to have the risk toward the downside being what happens. So that's why you protect yourself a little bit more by dollar cost averaging in. It's a smart way to go about it. I hope so. And May 8th says Alex Johnson. Then Matt, do you play any video games? Says Ayo Papa. I used to love playing video games. I still do occasionally, but to be honest, I don't have enough time anymore. I really don't. I'm trying to get settled into everything, into all aspects of life. There's a lot of new things that have been thrown at me very quickly, and so I'm trying to adapt to all of them at once, which is not easy, but it's happening, it's moving along, and yes, of course, we will be good to go. We will. Dogecoin to the moon and beyond, says Alex Johnson. I like the sound of that. How much Doge do you need to become rich, says the car guy. You need exactly 3 Doge to become rich in your mind. That's all you need. You need 1 Doge. If you have 1 Doge, you are rich. 1 Doge. Or actually, you know what? We'll say 69 Doge. But if you mean to become a millionaire, I would aim for having at least a few 100,000 Doge. Ideally, if you want to become a millionaire shorter term, if you want to become a millionaire longer term, you're likely going to be capable of doing that with significantly less Dogecoin. I don't know the exact amount, but that's kind of the general aspect or the general idea of where you should be right now to become a millionaire. Now, you may also just want to have enough to buy Tesla, or maybe have enough to pay rent for a few months. Or there's a lot of other things you can do with it, or maybe you just want to hold it long term and be spending it on stuff. There's so many things you can do. Anyway, back to the news here. I think this is probably going to be one of the things that actually helps Twitter the most in terms of increasing the new people coming in. We also now have news coming out that Twitter is officially reconsidering Elon Musk's offer to buy the company. It seemed as if at first they were pushing it away. That could perhaps be because the shareholders right now want it to happen, most of them, but there are these advisor roles, there's a council, there's the board. The board is actually what's the primary body in charge of making decisions like this as a group. And I think there's like 9 board members or something like that. I'll have to check on the exact number. But anyway, all that doesn't really matter. It's irrelevant. The point is the board members themselves are right now making $200,000, $300,000 in some cases. They're making a lot of money per year. It's a range, but they're making a heck of a lot. And each of them are typically representing these big investment groups to some degree. There's also Jack, who's on the board, who was the previous CEO of Twitter before stepping down. And with all of that, you start to realize, oh my gosh, these people clearly do not want Twitter to be bought by Elon Musk because they could then be fired and they would no longer have their position on the board. But the investment groups themselves may see a big advantage in that. And by the way, the investment groups are the bosses of the people who are actually on the board. So the board themselves, before having the bosses come in, was like, well, no, we don't really want to lose our jobs potentially. Maybe they won't. I mean, that's an option, but I think they probably would, to be honest. So they, of course, were going to be against it. They were going to go hard and say, no, we don't want this. Then that started to shift, I believe, because the actual investment groups themselves said, we like money a lot. He's offering us a premium on our Twitter shares. Maybe perhaps we should actually do this. And of course, it would be a smart move for them to sell at that price. Otherwise, Elon Musk could just sell all of his shares, cause the stock to tank. Then he could also then go start his own platform, bring a bunch of people over to that platform, cause Twitter stock to tank even more. And then what would they be left with? Like $15 a share? I mean, who knows? Elon Musk has the ability to completely and totally wreck Twitter stock. Now, that doesn't mean that people will stop using it to some degree. Yeah, some people will still use it, but they'll make way less money. And obviously they care about money. So why in the world would they not sell their stock for, I believe, what was it, $54.20, right? Instead of doing, they could either sell their stock for $54.20 a share, or they could let it fall all the way back down to like $15, $20 a share potentially, and then not even have anything in return. So it seems like an obvious decision from an investment standpoint, from a money standpoint. You got to sell it to him. And then if Elon takes out his shares and goes and starts their platform, that would be when that downside would happen even more. So they're kind of in a bad position here, but they have an easy out. That would actually be good for the investments themselves. So they're, I think, going to most likely hope, well, maybe not, but they probably will if they're financially motivated to come around on this, it would just simply be smart, at which point Elon Musk would need to acquire more liquidity in order to be able to purchase it. He's going to do that. We already know he's already reached out to a few people that he could potentially bring on with him to buy Twitter, plus also some of the money he already has himself. If he needed to, he could sell Tesla shares in order to do that, which would obviously not be the ideal path forward. He already knows he doesn't want to have to sell Tesla shares to do it. Maybe he could also propose a trade of Tesla shares at that exact same price point in comparison for Twitter. There's a lot of different options on the table, but that's really the breakdown of it. We also have Bill Gates posting about reading books. By the way, Bill Gates turned off his comment section on his Twitter. It makes sense, right? He doesn't want to get the hate, which of course would be coming because he's shorting Tesla, while at the same time talking about climate change. Now, Bill, then why would you short Tesla, who's really the primary factor in shifting to electricity-powered cars? Now, you could argue, okay, well, maybe Bill doesn't think Tesla is good for the environment. Okay, well, then what does he think is good for it? I don't know. It's just hard. What does his mind do? I don't know. Anyway, I'm Matt Wallace. This is Final Stand, and I will see you in the next video.